Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us on the phone from California, we have Catherine Coley. She's the CEO of Binance. We're going to take a look at how millennials are actually turning to digital currency and redefining how we spend our money. Catherine, it's great to have you with us on the phone, and it's really interesting to see that millennials really are defining the way we are approaching our banking, how we're spending money, our consumerism.
It is, absolutely. We're seeing even the movements over the weekend. The ability to transact in digital assets over the weekend is something that's even more telling to see how the next generation will be investing.
All right, now according to Bankrate, 9% millennials chose crypto as a long-term investment option. That's a pretty high percentage.
It's a high percentage, but if you think about the entire life they've led is through the internet, they're expecting money to also be digitized.
And what does that shift mean for traditional banks and the finance future?
You're seeing a lot of the traditional banks incorporate some element of understanding, whether it's the education component, the research component, or even just beginning to bring their institutional offerings down to a consumer level.
And what about Gen Z expectations? Do you think that the usage of crypto is only going to increase with them?
I think so. They're even moving faster than millennials. So you have to think that their expectations of how money moves and globalization takes place is going to be even faster.
Yeah, particularly in an interconnected world.
Right. We're going to have to keep up with how fast their attention span is. And given the ways we've seen communication change over time, you're expecting to keep money at the same pace.
All right. What's new at Binance US?
Binance US, we again continue to be delivering digital asset trading to Americans here, providing their own unique paths to financial freedom. And we've just rolled out a new referral program that allows you to find and seek the next best traders and be able to make up to 40% of their transaction fees by referring them. So we're pretty excited about that, bringing more to the community as well as letting people begin to explore what it means to trade.
You know, it's really interesting because your background, you're a foreign exchange trader, and you made this move into cryptocurrency. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there was something about the 24-hour market that I absolutely loved and the macro component, and yet there was still a disconnect around the world when it came to the currencies that were restricted in some areas and not. So the idea of a digital currency that can be globally traded 24/7, no circuit breakers, and just really a true element of how the world is going to be operating was fascinating. So
yeah,
I've enjoyed bringing that expertise to the front.
Yeah, I was taking a look at Bitcoin over the weekend to see if it was perhaps a tell into what we'd see when the markets opened on Monday, March 9th, and it was in fact down around 6 to 7%, which is what we saw at the equity open, and it was nice to have that look into what trading could potentially look like since, as you mentioned, Bitcoin's on a 24/7 market. Do you think there will be any impact to Bitcoin prices due to the coronavirus?
I think there's going to be some element of flight or flight, but you're still going to see that expressed through all forms of asset classes. Even though there's a safe haven element of the sovereignty component with Bitcoin, you can take it anywhere and it will always be yours. That is something that is, take comfort in, but not enough comfort when you need certain things to get through this, concerns and panic.
All right, and to wrap up here, anything International Women's Day going on at Binance?
Oh, yeah. We made sure all our women get paid and continue to charge on to define the next financial asset class that we see. So I helped sign up a few women that I know in the area in San Francisco and get them set up to become the next best referrers.
All right, Catherine, thanks so much for joining us on the phone. We look forward to having you back when you're in New York City. And thank you for
so
joining
much,
me
Jill.
on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino.